Hi, I'm Steve Matthes. Welcome to PulpMX Classic Commentary. Here we are at the posh Chaparral Honda offices with none other than
Larry Brooks.
Larry. Thanks for doing this with me.
It's going to be cool.
We looked for a race for your own career and couldn't find one suitable.
No.
So let's do.
I didn't race.
You raced for a long time. Maybe that was the problem. So let's do Seattle, 1998. You're the manager. Chaparral Yamaha, and you signed Jeremy McGrath. 32nd board is up. This is the heat race from Seattle, 98.
Yeah, this is we had Jimmy Button and Jeremy. First year with Jeremy, second year with Jimmy.
And third year of the team.
Correct.
No, second year of the team.
No, it was the third year.
Third year
right.
of the team.
Yep.
All right, so heat 2, here we go. We'll get to the process of everything here in a second.
They're ready to take off, and they're off.
There we go. All right, so this is the fourth round of the 98 season.
That's right.
So you had McGrath, went to Suzuki, struggled there. Look at Button's coming through for you.
Button with the whole shot.
So the slacker McGrath
Yeah.
hadn't won yet, though. Was it getting nervous? Were you getting nervous?
It was one of those, if I was on the outside, I probably would have been nervous. But, Jimmy and Jeremy, they were living together at the time, and they were just riding together, training together, doing the whole deal. And Jeremy was just getting faster and stronger every race that year. And I think he was still getting used to the Yamaha, because he had ridden the Suzuki the year before and didn't have such a stellar season.
Right.
Dude, Button is killing it.
He is. Now, McGrath's on a full factory bike, but Button's bike is all you guys at Chaparral developed.
Yeah. No,
so talk about that bike a little bit.
Yeah, we built the motor and, did all the testing. It was kit KYB suspension. The bike was really good. Yamaha went that direction with the suspension the following year because of how well it worked.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we just put a lot of time and effort into the bike, and it came out really well, and the motor was strong and whatnot.
How much difference was there between the two bikes, weight-wise or horsepower-wise or anything?
Not so much weight,
no.
but
Huff Daddy.
But the way that they were built, pretty much,
Mm-hmm.
and the Jeremy's was a full factory bike. Jimmy's was a production bike that was modified.
No trannies for you? No works tranny?
No,
either?
standard tranny. The tranny thing was big in the factory teams, but really at that point, no private teams had transmissions or cool stuff like they do nowadays.
So, and we'll get to the genesis of the team. Here we are.
I'm trying to watch this and talk at the same time.
Huff Daddy, he was on his day when he first turned.
Are you sure this is a heat race? Because, dude, they are going at it.
This is a heat race. Yeah. Look at K-Dub, Wyndham right there.
Yeah.
You were
Jeremy.
When Jeremy approached you, or you approached Jeremy, or however that worked. Was there any other OEMs in the mix, or was it you guys going to be on Yamahas for somebody's reason?
No, we were going to ride Yamahas the whole time. Jeremy wanted to ride the factory Yamaha. He had raced against it the year before and knew how good the bike was, and he wanted to ride one. And so that was what I was trying to put together was,
something
that had never happened before, that a team had, I don't want to say control because Yamaha still controlled the bike, but had the ability to have a factory bike on the team.
Yeah, they basically gave it to you in a sense. In that, that didn't happen.
No,
you're right.
So was that all new?
Was that weird though to organize through Keith McCarty? And was that like hard to get? Even though you had McGrath.
I had a long relationship with Yamaha, like racing and all that, and then we were Yamaha factory support the year before, so we had already had a working relationship as me being a manager from, I guess, the other side, and so anyway, the process had sort of started developing, and I started understanding it from the manufacturer side a little bit more, and being a rider, you're really, I don't want to say
you were only a couple of years from not racing anymore.
Yeah, no. I had raced 96, but only a little bit.
Yeah.
So, really, I had started being a manager at the beginning of 96, the end of 95. And so, I was 3 years into the management part, and just a lot of learning, because you are ignorant to the way that the industry is, and you start learning a lot, and
Well, I'll say this: I was a mechanic this year. This was my 3rd year as a mechanic, and so I didn't know what was going on. But from the outside, McGrath's '97 season, he looked human on a Suzuki.
Right.
Emig beats him. His outdoors were terrible.
Button just went back in the lead.
Yeah, he did.
Wow.
His outdoors were terrible.
Yep.
And so he joins this new team, Chaparral.
Yeah. What was the take on it from the outside? Everyone tripping out.
This is round 4, and I believe Yogi won 2 out of the 4, or maybe 3 out of the 4.
2 of the 4.
And I don't remember
2 of the 3.
2 or 3. Sorry. And I remember thinking it wasn't like it was going if you would have told me, hey, McGrath's going to win every race almost from here on out, I would have said no way, because he was very much a question mark,
right,
to me. So, but you were confident, I guess.
Well, I saw it from the inside, you know, and I saw Jeremy and saw what he was doing at the practice tracks. Dude, he's coming right now.
But having said that, he's coming right now. But the Honda McGrath would have already had the lead and checked out. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, so things were different. This gave everyone a lot of confidence that season that he sucked, on the Suzuki. The bike didn't really work well for him. The clutch had a lot of problem with the clutch and the suspension and whatnot. And
Huff Daddy.
Whoa, first and second. That happened a lot that year. I was really in freaking seventh heaven.
Jimmy, you had Jimmy on the Yamaha number 18 the year before with Factory Phil and all that, but he didn't do that well.
No, the bike was so much better this year.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, no, we did a lot, and we had so many people. We had 7 riders the year before.
You did, yeah.
And we couldn't really focus on one guy.
You had Factory Phil and Button and Brandis and Preston and
Deegan. Oh no, Deegan was gone by that point.
Deegan was gone.
But a lot of guys, we had Deegan the year before, but it was amazing, when we just really focused on one bike and 2 riders. It was so much better. I mean, the guys, we could put a lot of emphasis on them, during the week and whatnot, and you see it right here. I mean, it all developed and results started coming.
And so Button was always going to be on the team, though, because of friendship with Jeremy and because he had some highlights the year before.
Oh, yeah. No, Button was a bad dude. He's showing right now. He always had the talent. He could ride well, and and he was buddies with Jeremy, and they got along really good. And
it's good racing right here.
Yeah, I mean it gets scary. I remember, they almost take each other out here pretty quick.
You talk about Button. I mean, he's just pulling away from Kevin Windham right now in a heat race.
Oh, gone.
And Damon Huffman, even Factory Riders. So
right.
Look at these two. Yeah, you're just.
Your
sphincter is just tight
no.
Oh, there goes MC. He's by.
Yeah.
And right by Cowboy Kenny Bartram, I think that is 686. RL. And then you had Brian Kinney as the other mechanic for Button, right?
That's right. Yeah. BK was Jimmy's mechanic, and RL was Jeremy's mechanic. And, there was a lot of magic that year with the whole team and the way everyone worked together and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Huffy down again. Paggio tuned, I think. Oh, no, Ryan Hughes. I thought it was Huffy. I said Huffy.
Oh, was it?
It was Hughes.
Hughes in the beginning?
Shocker, he's down. So last lap. So at this point, were you? He had teamed up with Skip at Suzuki. Skip came back. Were you thinking Skip or no? Okay.
No,
it was RL deal.
No. RL can really work with riders, just the way that he talks to them and the whole thing works. Yeah, him and Jeremy got along really good, and some things I regret, and one thing I really regret was not trying to keep Randy around at that point,
But Randy's personal life had kind of gone off the
well,
rails
that's
too,
why,
right?
maybe we could have worked it out, and we just didn't see it,
Right.
He was just so crazy at that point, He went from 0 to 100 in just a short
now he's back to 0.
That's right. Now he's a normal guy.
Oh, look at that. Taking the heat race win. But no, getting back to what's your take on Yogi? Obviously I know how you work. You must have just hated Yogi.
Yeah,
I mean,
did. Not that I didn't
Yeah.
like Ezra, but it was the competition.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm kind of old school. Like if you're competing against somebody, you have to hate them.
Yeah,
And
right.
It's almost like that school playground fight,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody in your class, if they're tough or whatever,
Yeah.
you got to hate them or you got to fight them or
Right.
I don't know,
So
just that ignorant deal.
What'd you assess Yogi at this? Like, how'd you think you could beat him? What were his weaknesses, or what did you guys talk about? Because there was no doubt Yogi was, Goose was working for him. Factory Honda bike. He was on it.
Yeah, no, he had a really good program with from head to toe, and Yogi always had an issue with falling down. Everyone kind of knew that.
Yeah.
We felt it was a matter of time until that started coming out. That he would have an issue somewhere along the line, and obviously the season started out really, really well, and he started killing it, and then all of a sudden things changed, and
Yeah, you guys are kind of right. It did come out, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
it started.
I mean, he would be
at this.
really fast and then have a crash and then come back and be really fast. It was just up and down for him, but the season started out awesome for him.
Nice pass by MC there.
Yeah, MC was dude. He was just building really this year.
Your guy Button on a production bike, basically, that you could build, just beat Wyndham, Larry Ward. We saw Larocco. Larocco was kind of rebuilding himself too, and Factory Cowie Ryan Hughes.
Yeah.
So
look at those hats. I mean,
I just want to say that
it's just funny, looking back at the stuff you built and it's on someone's head, and
he doesn't have it here, but MC was also the first guy, and I got the earrings that he did. With the two barbells.
Oh, yeah.
I had to have them because he had them, and he was cool, and
He
so
was
then we
cool,
all had them.
dude. How about the gear? We're not talking about the gear, dude. That's that first year of the MC line. Fox
was
gear.
it? Okay, yeah.
He wore that same gear everywhere, and it came and went like that.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. It never, you think of MC's iconic gear, and he's worn a bunch of it, but that stuff kind of.
Yeah.
I don't think too much about.
No. It was Fox came out with it this year. They came out with the MC line, and I think they were really going to blow it up, and then he moved to No Fear.
Yeah, I was going to say this is the only year he ran Fox for you.
Right.
Then he was on the No Fear right after that.
Right. This is the only jersey that I kept from
was it?
From all the championships and everything.
Yeah.
Was the number one jersey that he got in Dallas or whatever this year.
Yeah, the first year.
Yeah.
And he got to do all the Fox deal himself. Button got to do a Neil deal. That was kind of thing that you let the riders do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dave at Chaparral was okay with that.
Yeah, he was big.
Dave didn't try to put you in Ocelot?
No Ocelot gear. And funny, we were just talking about Ocelot gear yesterday, and it's still around. Ocelot is still going strong.
Probably. It's main event time in Seattle here. McGrath's got a 4-point lead and over Emig.
Yep.
But Emig soon would fall back. He was.
Yeah. He's got 9 points on Yogi. Yogi was the competitor this year.
I'm surprised Emig was that high. I don't remember ever Emig even
nose wheelies on the parade.
Yeah.
Confidence.
Yeah, confident. Fro, he had number one plate from the year before, but I mean, I think he was partying a lot. He's talked about it. He wasn't any sense to defend the title. I don't know if you guys were ever worried about him or not, but
no. I mean, the crowds we run in were pretty tight, so everyone kind of knew what the other guy was doing, and it was one of those things that you kind of keep track of your competitors and kind of knew how the other riders prepared for the season.
What was going on,
yeah. And in what everybody was doing. So for us, I mean, it was more or less just, keeping everything good and keeping healthy. And I mean, like these two guys living together and stuff, they were able to train together and do all the good stuff that you want them to do. And it worked out real well.
Who paid his salary this year? Yamaha? Yamaha paid McGrath's salary?
Dave Damron.
Chaparral paid it?
Dave actually stepped up and paid his salary.
So this was a big commitment by Dave, by yourself, by
huge.
Yeah,
dude, huge.
Right.
And Jeremy, it was $500,000 is what he was paid that year.
Yeah.
That was a lot of money at that time.
Yeah.
And it's still a lot of money. And anyway, so Dave stepped up and see this is the week before at Phoenix, and Yogi got a little dirty, dude. He was
Yeah.
like ready to race. The track was slick and you couldn't be aggressive, and he was just like piping it in there and doing crazy stuff. So now the after the race, you know how it is at the test track,
Yeah.
dude. Riders are just pissed
Yeah,
and
yeah.
hammering laps out. Well, all that started, it almost lit a fire underneath both those guys.
Right, right.
And they were feeding off each other, and so Yogi kind of like started a war.
Yeah, he got everybody's interest or whatever, and he was like,
That's
"Okay,
right.
is that how you want to play it?"
That's
or whatever?
right, exactly.
I can't believe Dan Wong paid $500,000. I'm still.
You're still on that.
I mean, I know Dave. I can't
Yeah.
believe he ever wrote a check for $500,000.
He wanted to win.
Right.
He wanted to win, and he knew that to win, you have to have the rider.
Yeah.
You know, and
Jeez, Fro, nice like national champion, Supercross champion on the back, like.
dude, he's just
We got it, bro. You won. We got it.
Yeah, yeah.
You got the number one.
We get it with the number
with the
one on your plate, dude.
You don't need the banners on the helmet. Maybe you got a blimp above the stadium even. I mean, God. I don't remember that helmet at all. That's the first time I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
Did Chaparral business pick up? I mean, did
yeah.
Dave see an increase from his investment?
Dude, it was just a ramp straight
Okay,
up.
so he could justify writing that check.
absolutely,
Right,
yeah,
right. And
no.
funny that's good. That's good to hear that it did help out, you know?
No, he had gone through 2 years of trying to build a private team, and we started with myself, Schnell, Deegan, and then, wow, that was
Yeah.
like a season.
Well, 4 different brands, too. Let's not forget that.
And then,
Not the
we were like,
smartest
okay,
move.
let's change it up here. And then we did the Yamaha support deal and had a bunch of too many riders. And
Yeah.
then we said, okay, let's focus. Jeremy's available. Let's get him.
Yep.
And then get factory bikes and move on.
All right, so board is up here. Seattle
we're
Kingdom. Remember how
getting
dark
ready.
that place was? It was always dark.
Dark and
Ruddy.
rutted, and the dirt was dark. You can see how grayed.
Gate drops.
And they're off.
All right, we're off.
And McGrath.
Pull the Holy.
Just watch what happens, though. This gets
Oh, he
really
does- oh.
interesting, dude.
Oh, Emig. Emig sticks it in there.
Here comes Button.
Wow, what a powerhouse, Chaparral.
Button straight to the lead. What the?
That's not team orders, Brooks.
That was like, dude, Button was just gnarly that year. I mean, I was so bummed he got hurt because the guy was a whoa MC.
Yeah, geez, trying to switch lines there a little bit, huh?
Cross-rutted right in front of Larry.
Yeah, Big Bird, hometown guy too. So
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
how he won Seattle twice, I think.
Yeah,
so
he's fast here. Jeremy's really fast in the ruts, though, too. Way faster than what we ever thought. And Huffman was always good here.
yeah.
Jeremy needs to settle down a little bit. He's getting out of control.
Hey, Button's taking off with this thing.
Button is, like piping.
Yeah,
you could see he was going to do well from
yeah.
the heat race.
It was unfortunate that Jimmy got hurt because he really was established and still kind of climbing a little bit. Like his potential was still there. The Yamaha 4-strokes when he got hurt weren't that good
No,
indoors.
well,
you know,
You worked on
Yeah.
it. And, I mean, we kind of know why that problem happened, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was just one of those things. I mean, it still like haunts me.
whoa,
Who was that?
that was Emig taking Yogi down.
Emig took Yogi down. That was
Well, that was
cool.
actually good for you guys.
It was,
Yeah,
but-
yeah. That was a little dirty though, for sure.
Yeah,
coming
little.
in. So, were you at this point when Jeremy's not winning, and you told us a little bit this year about Dave talking to you about coming on with Shorty, and how he kind of made a joke about, if you're not winning, I'm pulling the plug.
Yeah.
Was he on you about not winning the first 3 races? I mean, do you remember there being any?
He saw what was going on,
yeah.
the effort that was being put into it, and he knows the. He's realistic about he used to race road racing back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
and he knows about racing, and he's just super competitive. You
Right.
know, he wants to win, and kind of the way he is. But whatever, it's one of those things that he's putting a lot of money into it, and he wants results.
You told me you wrote that check. I still can't believe it. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's your ass a little bit on the line with him because you're saying, hey, we can take this McGrath guy and we can win with him again.
For sure. Yeah.
And Yamaha too, also with the bike.
Yeah, yeah.
The bike's good. The factory Yamaha bikes are good.
Dude, especially at this point. I mean,
Right.
the 2-stroke and the way it ran, and I mean, you get to see that's a production bike ahead of the factory bike.
Yeah.
Both of them are just
Yeah.
insane.
And never mind the factory Cowies and the factory Hondas and the factory Suzukis that are behind Larry or behind Jimmy.
Yeah, it's
You know what
right.
I mean?
That's right.
It was funny because when I was at Yamaha with Chad in 03, we still were using cylinder heads that had MC scribed on them
Oh,
for
really?
testing. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, they was that good of a motor, and it wasn't much different from.
Here we go.
Oh, look at that!
Jeremy's diving inside.
Wonder if-
See, the thing is, they rode together all week long. That this was like normal. For
I was going to
Jimmy.
say, I'm surprised that Button is putting up this much of a. But like you said, they knew each other.
Yeah, this is fun for them.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Wait till about halfway, and then I really get nervous. Like it starts getting dirty.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
anyway, it's.
Yeah.
Think about being a manager and your two riders. Whoa, MC.
Like, yeah.
Your two riders are just going at it,
Yeah.
you know, and they're way out in the lead, and you're like, okay, just settle down. What are you guys doing?
Look
you
at
know,
that. Yeah.
Jimmy straight back to the lead again. Like this is
You're right.
Jeremy's got to be getting pissed.
This
Here,
is
you think about
kind
it.
of like a Wednesday at the Yamaha track, though, right?
That's right.
A little bit. Surprised he didn't double that on the inside there.
Oh, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah. So 98. This season, you guys, what goes on from here as far as the rest of the season? Does he win a lot? I don't remember.
He
him.
wins a lot.
I'm trying to, he really finds his groove after.
Yeah, he goes on a streak after this, and
Yeah.
I think he wins. I can't remember how many events it was at that
Jeez,
point.
that was close.
That was so
That
close.
was close.
But see, okay, they're teammates. They've got respect, the whole deal.
Yeah.
And Jimmy just kind of pulls over, rides behind him, and
Yeah.
Jimmy's actually going fast.
I'm
so.
surprised right now that Button is this good.
This whole season, he was such underrated. You know,
Yeah.
like nobody really gave him the respect that he deserved. Jimmy, I'm
Didn't-
talking about. And
Didn't his motor mounts come loose at a race while he was doing
that
well
was
too?
Jeremy.
Was Jeremy? Okay. What happened?
They
That was at
fell off.
Anaheim?
Yeah. They just
RL? Both of them? So he only had the pivot in?
he came across the line. I think he got
Did he win?
third that
Okay,
night,
yeah.
second or fourth or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know, he right after the finish, you know how we were always on
Yeah.
the track and stuff.
Yeah.
BK getting crazy.
Yeah.
And he came across the finish line, and I'm like, you know, gave him the what happened?
Yeah,
you were
yeah,
in the lead, dude.
yeah.
And he comes up and he grabs my hand and puts my hand on the crossbar or on the
Oh, yeah,
handlebar
okay.
and goes on. And I'm like, like, oh
Right.
my god, never mind.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. Right.
Oh, it was
Was he pissed?
yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean, not pissed,
yeah,
but not
right.
Jeremy never got pissed. You know, he was like always conservative and never like freaking out or anything. Like it was one of those things. You know, he's just like, okay, that was retarded.
Yeah.
Don't ever let that happen.
Don't.
again.
Yeah. Do not do that again.
Yeah, I
When-
think,
did
you know
they-
what, tell you the truth, I think one of them broke. One of the heads popped. They were tie bolts. And one of the heads popped off, and I think it started a domino effect
chain
of
reaction.
the others, yeah.
You know, one time Chad came across the finish line, and his rear brake pin that held the two pads in
Yeah.
was maybe one more turn from popping out altogether.
No way.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Rookie.
Rookie. That's the guy you fired, rookie. Hey, Doug Henry, 19. He was
Yep,
good this year.
He was
And
and
good.
This is the first year of the four-stroke, second year?
Second year, I think.
Second
Yeah,
year.
second year of the first year of the production bike, anyways.
Yeah.
When you saw that thing at the Yamaha track, were you like, why are you guys racing that? Those things are stupid and heavy.
yeah.
They'll never
Oh my
be any
God.
good.
Yeah, that thing's a big giant turd. You know,
Is that what you thought, for real?
I
Yeah,
really did
right,
think
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And you know, Doug was probably the only guy in the whole world that could have rode the thing at the time.
Really? Yeah.
I mean, the bike was just a monster, and he did awesome on it. You know, now obviously that's
Yeah.
the thing to have, but
I mean, did McCarty tell you, hey, we think this is the future. We're going to try this?
yeah. He was sold on it from the beginning, you know, but he had a lot of, you know, meetings on the
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
thing and
right.
stuff, and he knew a lot more about it than I did, and knew what was happening
What was
in the
coming,
industry
right.
and everything. Yeah.
But there was no chance that you guys thought at the time.
No,
Right.
I thought, okay, well, this is kind of cool. It's a trail bike, you know.
Right.
They'll build this 4-stroke motocross bike, and
Yeah.
what is he, dude? Did he just triple
I don't
through
know.
the whoops? That was
It
gnarly.
looked like it was a rhythm section, but it
I
didn't
know,
look like,
but it
yeah.
was the whoops.
But it was
he
the
just
whoops.
started jumping them.
He was.
like he's just playing.
We just did a column on my website about the best supercrossers ever, and we took down all this percentages and winning percentage and podium percentage. And one of the things that I wrote about Jeremy was that not only did he win all the time, but you know he started staying lower than everybody.
Right.
And that was kind of nobody. It was like a scrub above a scrub, but before that, where we would look at it and be like, what's he doing?
Yeah, how's he doing?
How's he doing that?
Nobody could figure it out.
You would literally see him, 2 or 3 feet lower than your guy,
Right.
in the air, and you're like, what? They hit the ramp at the same.
It was that BMX thing because
Mm-hmm.
he grew up in the BMX world, and it was that throwing his weight forward in the faces. But
Yeah.
dude, honestly, I was racing at the time, and when Jeremy '93 when he came in and all that, I didn't really pay attention when he was a 125 guy.
Yeah.
But obviously caught my attention when he started winning every 250 Supercross there was, and we would all try to figure it out during the week, trying to change our style. And dude, the guy's throwing knack-knacks off the triple, which wasn't done at the time.
No.
And so he's throwing these knack-knacks. I remember this commercial. This
Tommy and
weird.
Mansky. Yeah, they were all over.
And he would throw the knack-knacks and stay low and just insane, do Superman once in a while and just like, okay, who is this guy?
Right.
And so, Button actually started riding a lot of BMX too.
Oh, did he? Yeah,
And
I'm going to start doing that too.
yeah. And dude, when he did it, this is what came of it.
Yeah.
Like he started killing it with Jeremy. And
I can't help but think that during the week, the Yamaha track, Button, McGrath, Dowd, Wyndham, Henry,
it was packed.
pretty
with
good.
Some serious comp.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like some guys really going at it. I mean, Kevin Wyndham was just starting, but he was the next thing,
For sure. Yeah.
He was going to be the next guy.
They would all ride together, and Kevin and Jeremy would just some of the things that they would do on the motorcycle, dude. It was so cool. Like they would go on the triple, and they would double, right?
Yeah.
And then skid up the face of the third one, turn around and double out.
Double back? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, and that's playing.
Right.
They were just, it was insane. Okay, here comes Yogi. He's after
God, he was aggressive.
After Emig laid him out the first lap.
Man, he was aggressive. Yogi was aggressive.
This bike was pretty hard to ride, I think, too. At the time.
I think so. I would like to know which frame number they're already on.
Yeah.
We're at race 4. They're probably on frame 6 that the AMA just never figured out. Yogi told me one time every week they had different stuff. They were really struggling with aluminum, trying to figure out the right amount of flex and everything else.
Pretty ballsy, with them coming out with the aluminum frame and the development and everything that they did with it.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, it's normal.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And in a way, Honda's leading the charge again with like lowering and skinny and fixing the bike to.
This new bike is pretty darn good. We won't know until we start racing it, but just at the tracks, it's amazing.
Yeah, Shorty seems to be pretty pumped on his. I talked to him yesterday about it. Yeah. But Yogi here, they were swapping frames all the time, and of course the airtight AMA tech inspectors, nothing got by those guys. Oh, Yogi, what are you doing? This team was pretty good too. Of the Honda guys, they had. They had
Yogi. Who was the
Pichon?
other guy? Pichon. Tortelli? Was Tortelli there?
No, I think this was 98. This was
that's
Tortelli
right.
was still in the car.
Right.
99 was Wyndham.
Well, Rocco was on a factory bike also.
Was he on a factory bike or was it a?
But the Jack in the Box team.
Right. Now, so for you, when you watched MC before you hired him in '97, did you really just think it was all the bike?
Yeah.
Were you friends with him at all, or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I mean, I've talked to him and stuff, and he told me.
You were always of opinion it is that machine.
Yeah.
That's Suzuki.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
because again, from the outside,
winning. He went from winning to not winning. And so it's like, okay, I'm pretty dang sure that the only thing he changed was the dirt bike.
Yeah. But from the outside, we always thought that he partied a lot.
That was a misconception.
Yeah, it
was one of the things that he was always really good at because he did go to the river and did drink some beer and stuff like that, but not to the level anyone thought,
Right.
And so it was good for him because everyone thought, well, he's winning. I'm going to go do that. Maybe I'll win. And it would just,
Yeah, it wouldn't help at all.
No.
What other sponsors your bike's pretty plain. What other sponsors did you have that were big?
The first year it was just Chaparral and Yamaha.
Yeah, like looking back at the graphics, it didn't.
No, I mean we had the endemic sponsors and stuff, the industry sponsors, but really no big outside sponsors. The year after this, we brought Mazda in. And started.
Was 1-800 Collect a team deal, or was it only a McGrath thing?
No, it was a team deal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, it came with Jeremy.
Yeah, but they gave the team money.
Correct.
Yeah.
It was Sirwall. And you think now, like, 1-800-COLLECT, like cell phones.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Whoa, Larry Ward diving inside. That was a scary little thing.
Yeah, Big Bird at Seattle. You know, he wants to win.
That's his place.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's back in third now, I see. Is that right?
Yeah, I think he just got third. Yeah, I think
Doug,
Henry was third.
Yeah.
McGrath's gone at this point. You know, this track doesn't look that ruddy. I'm sure maybe it is bad when you get down on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, it was, but not near as bad as it had been the years before.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I think this is one of the dry years, let's say.
I think this was maybe the last year of the racing. Or no, they had one more year. 99, I think, last year of the Kingdom.
Was that the... Oh, okay.
Yeah. Did you ever do any good there in the Kingdom? Do you ever remember? Did you do those double headers, or was that before your time?
Yeah, no, I did double headers, and that was really... I did them in Pontiac, too, the double headers.
So you would race Sunday afternoon?
Yeah.
It would be Sunday night.
No, you would show up at the track Sunday morning. And
after wrapping up at midnight or 11 the night before?
It was so hard. It was the hardest thing I'd ever done in my life. I mean, I remember just showing up Sunday after the Saturday night race, just you're sore and you're tired and you're... But
now,
that's what
did
they
they change the tracks at all? For the double headers? Or?
You know, at Pontiac, they turned it around one time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was really strange. But okay, listen to this one. Pontiac one time, I raced Saturday night.
When you landed on Stanton?
No, this is another year.
All right.
I was out of there that year. And we raced, let's see, we raced Sunday or maybe it was Friday night. It was something really weird, but we raced some Pro-Am or some Trans-Am or something they had at Pontiac the night after something. It was like an amateur race.
Really?
Yeah, me and Denny Stevenson and Kehoe.
Was there like money involved or something?
Yeah, a lot.
Oh, Big Bird catching Jimmy. Yeah. Jimmy's fitness was probably the biggest thing.
It was.
I do remember that. If you wanted, he rode awesome, but
I mean, we worked on that a lot, and
yeah.
He always got to a certain point and then just kind of started tuckering out. But I mean, this year he really came around and was strong.
It's kind of like when Red Dog first started becoming a fast 252 Supercross guy, he would fade.
Yeah,
well, like it was because like a whole new level of speed and fitness.
They've never gone this fast.
Yeah.
You know, all of a sudden they're going. You say 2 seconds a lap faster. That is a lot of energy.
Yeah.
You know that you're putting out and look at Larry. I mean, Larry's coming. This
former
is his
teammate of yours.
Place. Yeah, that's right. This is his freaking house right here.
Who can forget
Yogi?
Look, who can forget the no-lean super teams of Ward, Brooks, Lewis?
That was a long time ago.
The Ward, Brooks, Lewis super team. Clark Jones, Desert Rat.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Hey, those bikes were fast.
They were. They got good. What happened?
Somebody was just laying in the mechanics area.
Oh man. Here comes Yogi. He's on it.
Yeah, he's coming.
You can see like Doug's on that. God help him on that. On the on-offs on that thing.
Look at that. Oh God.
Yeah.
Had no on-offs on that thing.
No. I just remember thinking again. I was a total outsider. I was a mechanic, so I was going to all these races. I just remember thinking like I wonder if the torch is passed. Yogi has got him. Like the. I mean, it's pretty unbelievable that Jeremy had a reign from 93 to 96 the way he did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just doesn't.
And then to pick up the ball and run with it again for 4 more years.
Yeah. Right.
Who does that?
Right. You wonder if MC, look at that.
Dude, Button is tuckered right now.
Of course,
Take off, buddy.
What's funny is like Larry was never known for his Iron Man.
No. Oh my gosh.
Oh, look at it. Good battle.
Hanging on, dude. What is it going to be? Last lap this lap, I think.
Coming up, I think.
Jump the triple. This is what I do in the manager's tower.
Yeah.
I talk to myself all the time.
Hey, nothing like being tired and ruddy and seat bouncing a triple or what.
And
you're just
Larry
like,
Ward coming in Seattle after you.
Yeah.
Like he's not going to give up.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I wonder if MC, if he had won in 97 on a Suzuki, if he would have left Suzuki, if he would have kept on going as much as he did, like that 1 year was so much. Oh, jeez, Jimmy.
Jimmy is hanging on, man. Yeah.
It was only a matter of time. There goes your 1-2.
Yeah. No, got him back. Jimmy's not afraid, man.
No,
that's one thing with him. He was not afraid of anybody.
He did make some enemies here and there over the years too. Because look at
Yog.
Yeah,
Still coming. Holy crap.
Wow, he's just standing up. Looks like he's puttering.
Yeah, what happened there?
I don't know.
Larry
Good ride.
didn't expect him to be right on his tail that quick.
Good ride by Yogi.
Man.
Yeah, so I wonder if you would have even had a shot to sign Jeremy had he won on Suzuki.
Yeah, you never know. I mean,
Right.
I think he just struggled so bad on that Suzuki that there was no way he was going to. Oh, my God, it's another lap. I don't think that he was going to stay on the bike. I mean,
Did you as a manager, did you try to help Jeremy with his riding at all, or did you stay out of the way? Because, I mean, did you just
No. I mean, I was at the practice track
Yeah.
all the time and at the races. And, I mean, I was really close to it still then and from being a rider. So it was like one of those rider-to-rider things, more or less than anything, just, with starts and everything. Just pretty much what I do now.
Where was McGrath's weakness? How could you beat him?
Oh, man.
How
He
could you
didn't
beat
have
him?
He didn't have one. The only thing
Look at that. Last lap, finger out in the air to you, probably
Yeah.
in the manager's tower.
Yeah. It was
How would you beat him if you had to construct a guy to beat McGrath at his peak?
Ricky Carmichael.
So train harder.
Yeah.
Like, get in
but
better
see,
shape.
when Ricky came in, I'm really interested to see if Button finished second. I don't know how this turns out, and I'm super
He really
interested.
looks like he's hanging on bad.
Dude, he saw the white flag, and he got an extra little jolt of energy. So I think he's going for it here. But, it was the super fast that what Ricky Carmichael did to win all those championships. Damn it, JB.
Here we are.
Still, it's pretty amazing, Jimmy.
14 years later, and you're very angry still. Goddamn Button. You're going to call him right now, aren't you?
Probably. No, I think,
So get in better shape.
Yeah, I mean, the fitness thing hadn't gone to that
Checkers.
level yet, and Carmichael took it to a whole new level with Alden and stuff. And I mean, Alden's an amazing person. He's one guy that I have a ton of respect for, and him and I see eye to eye on the whole thing, and anyway, that's what it took, and Jeremy was at the latter part of his career, I can't really say it because he was 30 years old, or
Was he?
Yeah.
Or close to it anyways, huh?
Yeah, 29 or whatever, and
Man, they had that 01 season. Jeremy won, Ricky won, Jeremy won, Ricky won.
yeah,
And it was like, holy shit. And then, eventually RC broke him in that last race when it was time for Jeremy to win.
Yep.
Caught him, passed him late in the race.
Yep.
And it was so funny how just that was mentally, that was just like it was Jeremy's turn to win. He got caught from behind by RC.
his pants came unbuttoned.
Oh, really?
The buckle broke, and but Carmichael did win, and from there on, it was Carmichael. And
Right. It was just like a mental, like it was funny to watch. You're like, huh?
Yeah. No, I think Ricky was, he for 3 years he had been the guy. There's Dave Damron. Look at and
Mac's back.
Mac's back, and he had been the guy that was supposedly going to take over and come up and win, and it didn't happen, right away. And all of a sudden, the year that he really started working, shed some weight and everything, he was just he was amazing.
Yeah, 98, 99 his
He was
first year.
scary, though.
He was not. You guys probably were like, hey, stay away from him. Like, as far as.
Well, we thought we were waiting for him to crash. We were given the Yogi thing, and
Right.
okay, he's going to crash. He's got to crash, and never happened.
All right, man. Hey, well, thank you for doing the PulpMX Classic Commentary. Seattle 98, great race, first and third, and the start of another era in McGrath's career. Thanks, Larry.
Yep, no worries. Thank you.